are going to hear from Mr. Mark.
Woo! Thank you, Mother. Thank you. So my name is Mark Levine. I am known as the Aggressive Progressive. And a lot of that's because of the guy I used to work for, my mentor, Barney Frank. And I worked for Barney Frank, and I learned from him exactly how Washington works. So if you want a guy who already knows where all the bodies are buried, who already knows how to deal with Republicans, how to deal with Tea Party members, that's something that I've been trained to do. So here's something that Barney taught us on their very first day in the office. He said, if you have a bank lobbyist come in, and you've got a homeless immigrant with AIDS, who do you help? And the answer is, what's the answer? It's the homeless immigrant with AIDS. And the reason is because there are plenty of members of Congress that are ready to help the bank lobbyist. But only a few are going to stick up for a homeless immigrant with AIDS. Very few. People like my boss, Barney Frank. People like my role model, Elizabeth Warren. Immigrants are the lifeblood. Thank you. Appreciate it. Immigrants are the lifeblood of America. And my great-grandparents came to this country with nothing. And so they made it for the same reason that immigrants come in can make it. And one of the reasons that, that immigrants do so well in America is because we are not based on any religion, we're not based on any race, we're not based on any ethnicity. We're a place where all can come together and achieve. So we have to have the DREAM Act. We have to recognize this is our heritage, all the way from the Statue of Liberty on. So I've been talking with a lot of members of various communities, and one of the big things they tell me is there's not enough political participation. It's something Alfonso Lopez talks about, something Satish Korpe talks about. Why aren't members of Latino and Asian communities participating in the political process? And I would argue it is too hard for new Americans and immigrants to vote. They make it really hard to register, and they make it really hard to participate in the political process. We need to have same-day registration. We need to have the Voting Rights Act. We need to bring that back. And we need to make sure that it's easy for everyone to come here and vote. That's very important. The other thing is that we need to provide opportunities for immigrants. Things like small business loans that this community talks about so that people can achieve the American dream. It's a lot harder to achieve the American dream today than it was in my father's day. One of the reasons is because of rising education costs. And many of you know I'm the only candidate in this race with a plan to lower education costs. It doesn't cost the government a penny, which is why I can convince Republicans to support it, and we can get it passed in my first year. If you haven't spent time talking with me, please talk with me tonight. There's something that Barney Frank always did. He said, anytime you want to talk with him, he was willing to talk with you one-on-one. I'm the only candidate in this race that has made that promise. When I'm in Congress, I will talk with each and every one of you if you need to talk one-on-one. So come talk with me, get to know me. Come attend some of our debates where we don't have the tyranny of alphabetical order and I'm put last and people are talking in the back. Come in and hear us one-on-one and compare us one-to-one, and I think you'll find that the Aggressive Progressive is the one most likely to get things done in Congress. I'm Mark Levine. I'd appreciate your support on June 10th. Thanks so much.